Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of May 25th through the 31st. And during that time, we will have a new moon that comes in on the 27th. And that's a really good time for a fresh start, a new beginning, good time to learn a new skill or start any new projects that you've had, on your mind or getting ready for. Also, time to make new decisions. So we then move into the waxing crescent energy, and that is a time of heightened senses. Good time to just buckle down and focus and get things done, those new things that you just started. So keep those moon energies in mind as you move through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Pisces. So, of course, please keep that in mind. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message card for this reading is hold your vision. All right, let's see what the Pisces Collective has going on for this week. And Pisces, I would like to say that since my readings are free to you, all that I ask in return is that you hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel. It's super easy for you to do, so I will give you a moment while I'm shuffling to do that right now. If you're not aware, you do need to be signed into YouTube or Google to do that. I know there was a time when I did not know that. I didn't realize what all that was about. So, my kids were like, Mom, you need to sign in and da da da. Oh, okay. So if you don't know that, that's me letting you know, much like my kids did with me. Anyway, also, if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me build a community. I see you and I really do appreciate you. So thank you so much. All right, without further ado, we'll just get right into this reading this week. Pisces, May 25th through the 31st. Hold your vision. Overall energy is the 10 of Cups. Love this card. So this is you holding your vision on your overall health, wealth, happiness. Can't even say an S today. Happiness was the word I was looking for. Beautiful vision is this is you. Beautiful family, beautiful happy ending. How are we getting there? Right? It's always it's a journey. So hold on to your vision of that. Hold on to your vision of the ultimate things that that you feel are going to work for you and your family. We all have a certain vision and way that we want to go, and we hope the world cooperates, and sometimes it does. Sometimes it throws those obstacles in or points us in a direction that we didn't even really realize that was going to make us happy. So you want to be open to that, have your vision, and kind of be open also to what the universe has to say about that vision. Your current situation is that you're in a really good financially stable, materially stable place. So, you've got your home life kind of figured out, you've got your financial life figured out. Things are looking good right now. So it looks like you're on track. And the only thing I'll say with that is to, have a vision. Make sure that you're goal setting for, not just next month, but for next year, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, and sit down with your partner and do that. It's just a good idea so that everyone's on the same page. You know where you're headed, so that it's not just a mistake. And in 5 years, you're not kind of spinning your wheels in the same place, maybe when it comes to your finances, but that you've been, putting money aside or investing in the correct way so that you're getting closer to that ultimate happiness. So at the root of your situation is a little bit of anxiety about it. So, yeah, my advice is, again, hold on to your vision and don't be anxious. You're where you're supposed to be. And sometimes that anxiety can come up because, and it might be anxiety about your financial stability. And this could be, a job change. Things happen that um, kind of shake that a little bit, or shake your thoughts about it, or make you nervous about it. But just take a breath. Let's get through it. We all have those thoughts. We all think, oh, it's all going to come flying apart at any moment. But relax. That's usually not how it happens. In your recent past is the Knight of Swords. So, yeah, you could have gotten word or some sort of message just come in that's maybe rocked you a little bit, made you think a little bit about your stability. And yeah, that's a little scary. So it looks like it is keeping you up at night. Let's see what the cards say about how to manage this. What's on your mind? Okay, another ultimate happiness card. This is the Four of Wands. This is usually, some sort of celebration, and it could be that you have some sort of celebration or something coming up. Maybe you've got a wedding coming up. Maybe you've got, just some sort of party, some sort of family thing or something. And it's making you think about these things. It's making you think about your own stability and, or it's causing you a little anxiety, whatever the celebration could be. So interesting. Let's see what's just ahead of you is the Six of Wands, which is kind of our, I see this sometimes as the card of kind of self-congratulation and self-celebrating. You're kind of celebrated by your community too, but it's you kind of a little bit on your high horse, if that's that's kind of comes to mind in this position. And are you where you're sitting? That's kind of the story that's coming out a little bit. So let's make sure that we're kind of, hold your vision, but it's your vision. Your vision doesn't always have to be everyone else's vision, and other people's lives unfold in different ways. So don't get too much on your high horse about how you are doing things, right? Everybody has their own way. In your advice position is the Five of Pentacles here. So interesting. This is a card about feeling like an outsider. Um, and it's in your advice position. I'm going to wait and see what other cards come here, because I'm going to see what other cards come out within this reading. This is almost telling me just a very specific story. And again, this, I don't even know if I've ever used the words on your high horse, but this is kind of coming off. I'm getting that feeling on this, and that is kind of making you feel like an outsider for some reason. And almost like, are you feeling a little better than somebody? Is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. And maybe you are, but it, for some reason, it kind of puts you on the outside of some situation, which again, it could be connected to this celebration right here. Something that's going on. Interesting. Okay, let's get more cards here. What's beyond your control? Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is action in the way of passion, and it's beyond your control. Usually I wouldn't say this is going to be something verbal, but I almost get that feeling. Also, I'm getting a lot of feelings during this reading. Um, Secret desire, what you're trying to avoid, is Queen of Pentacles. So this is you understanding how you manage life, manage money in kind of a maternal way, but also being able to see how your kingdom excuse me, the people around you do it. And where you're sitting from this place of stability, but something here, it does make you feel kind of like an outsider, but uh, it's either your secret desire is to have that sort of understanding, or you're trying to avoid it. Trying to avoid. Okay. Let's get an outcome card here with the Devil. This reading is so interesting, Pisces. So your final outcome being the Devil, your final outcome here is false truths. Kind of hidden agenda. This could be something about addiction. This is a lot. This is a lot going on. What is hidden from you? I'm going to get all of these cards out. Choices. Many choices are hidden from you. Um, I'm kind of getting a story here. So on your mind, we're just going to reiterate some things here and see if it can help us narrow this down a little bit. At the heart of on your mind is you holding your vision on your ultimate happiness, but something's causing you some anxiety. And it seems like you're in a financially stable place, but maybe some messaging has come in, some messaging, and it could be about the celebration that's kind of, it's just bringing you to a little bit more of an anxious place. Also, you're kind of feeling kind of up on your high horse a little bit, but a little bit like an outsider. And I do think it has something to do with the celebration, with something that's maybe coming up or something that's already causing you anxiety. You're already kind of, again, like kind of on the outside of it for some reason. You're kind of looking in, are you judging a little bit, or is there a little bit of judgment again about being on your high horse? So beyond your control, here's the Knight of Wands. It's beyond your control to feel a little fiery. And like I said, this isn't a card of communication, but I almost get that that words are gonna come out of your mouth that are a little fiery about the situation. Interesting. Okay. This is your big question of the week. Is it your secret desire or trying to avoid being understanding the world and how it works around you, and again also about your kingdom and how other people maybe manage their money, manage their material things, and I just don't get that you're approving of it. And here comes this devil card. And is that devil in your ear kind of going, say it, say the thing, say that, and it might just explode a little bit. I don't know why. It's weird that this devil card is in your outcome. That's your outcome. False truths are your outcome. I mean, maybe it's a misunderstanding. I'm going to say my advice to you is to maybe hold your tongue about this entire situation this week. It may evolve into you needing to speak up, but the only sword I see is this sword right here. Nothing here. Even though I'm getting the feeling, it's almost like there's something building here that you're going to want to speak your mind about, and you have to hold your tongue. This is why you're kind of anxious about it, because you're definitely keeping it inside, but it's on your mind. And like I said, this Knight of Wands is almost like you on your horse, you on your high horse telling other people what for. Let's try to avoid that this week. You may not be able to, but that's kind of the feeling I get. Let's get a final word here from the Soul Oracle deck. Something came right out, flipping for you, is look forward. And I'm going to say that's almost the same here as hold your own vision. Hold your own vision and be decisive. So look forward, hold your vision. I'm going to say also this week, hold your tongue. You have some opinions about some things that are going around you. You don't get the luxury of the choice of any of the choices. Like, it's like choices are being made without your input. You're not thrilled about these choices that are being made, and you're not really saying anything just yet, but it's kind of coming to a boiling point. If that makes sense, this is why it's keeping you up at night. You can't wait to say the thing. But when you do, it's going to kind of come off like you're on your high horse. So you want to think about this. I'm going to say, go ahead and hold your tongue. Let this thing come out. Let the devil have his due. Let things play out and see what happens. And so not only hold your vision, Pisces, but hold your tongue. We'll see what happens next week. Come back next week and we'll see if this energy continues. I'm kind of curious now to see where the story goes. I think it's fascinating. It's an interesting reading with everything and the interpretation of it. If you do have a comment to leave me, if you're comfortable sharing, let me know what's going on with some of you. Maybe there's some way that will help me in my interpretation of what's going on. See if I've hit on something, or if there's something that I missed here. Definitely let me know, because it's a lot in this reading. But I am kind of getting the message that you need to hold your tongue, let this play out before you speak up too much about it. Anyway, so Pisces, thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what it is that you're going through. If you have any questions about this reading or comments about anything that was said here, or what's going on with you. Again, it was a very interesting read. Trying to see if there's anything in the numerology area. I would maybe look up angel number 44, see if that helps you with any of this, see if that has any sort of guidance. But anyway, if you like my channel or my reading style, like and subscribe. It'll really help me. And of course, I appreciate that. And most importantly, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and we can see what happens with this story, because already I can't wait to find out. So thank you so much, Pisces, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.